Good evening, I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. The Cassie Hill couple has now been identified. How many stories does it take to fix a deadly pothole? And Puerto Rico is all of Twitter over a photo and a political candidate. Those stories and more are up next for you on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, the Cassie Hill couple in St. Thomas, who were recently found dead, have now been identified, and they are making international news as well.
The medical examiner's report found that the male, identified as 66-year-old George Erskine, died from multiple stab wounds. The cause of death of the woman, 59-year-old Jadine Batchelor, is awaiting toxicology results after being examined by the medical examiner. The victims resided at the same address. On Monday, police said Erskine was found motionless in a grassy area a little more than 1,000 feet from his residence. Batchelor was found unresponsive in a bathroom inside the home, and police said she appeared to be foaming at the mouth. The victims were taken to the Roy L. Schneider Regional Medical Center morgue, where an autopsy was performed on Tuesday, May 1st. The couple was allegedly from Antigua, and this story has also been reported in the Antigua Observer Group. Major crime detectives continue to investigate this case, and detectives urge anyone who knows anything about these deaths to call Major Crime Detectives at 642-8499 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS or 911.
In other news, Governor Gov DeJongh spoke out about the recent halt of school buses on St. Croix.
I met this morning with the members of the Board of Education, led by the chair, Winona Hendricks, and all the board members were there, and we had a very frank and open discussion. We have periodically had an opportunity to dialogue either directly through the Department of Ed, but specifically the chairperson and I decided it would be best if we sat down together and gave the board a chance to outline their concerns, and for me and for the Department of Education to sort of respond to those issues. And we covered a number of areas: plans for the 2012-2013 school year, the closing or merging of schools, and also their concerns with respect to the dismissals that are taking place within the Department of Education. Spoke to them and let them know that, one, we have no plans with respect to school closings, that the 2012-2013 school year is something we're focused on, and issues having to deal with technology, with the redistricting, which we're going through that process of educating the parents about and the community about in the St. Croix district is taking place by Superintendent Malloy. And we spoke very frankly about the staff shortages and the challenges that we're having. We spoke also about the current situation having to do with the bus transportation and what's happened with respect to the payment on the St. Croix. We let them know that, one, we will continue to communicate with them and do a much better job communicating where we're going in education and what we're doing on a daily basis, so it helps them with respect to their policies. But we also let them know that jeopardizing the ability of our children to get to school is not something that we did purposely. It's a problem having to do with payments and cash flow. And it is a problem that we've dealt with, and we told them that it is our priority to be able to work with the legislature to move monies that could be available with respect to making the payments. We clearly apologize to the parents, and we're sorry for the hardship this puts them in, but under no circumstances will we compromise with respect to the quality, and we'll correct this situation and work with Mr. Abramson to address this. But overall, our discussions went well, and I think it was a very frank dialogue with the board, with the Department of Education, and with myself as to how we're all aligned to make sure that we continue to improve education within the Virgin Islands.
We'd like to thank Ryan Nugent of WJKC for sharing that interview with us. Now, Parent University has some news to report. They met last night, and it's all about redistricting.
Make sure we lower the busing costs. I mean, right now, this year, we're in the final year of the bus contract. It's almost $4 million for the year to transport our students, public and private, to and from their destination, from home to school and back. We're looking at it in terms of improving our student attendance. One of the issues that has hurt the district in terms of AYP, or adequate yearly progress, has been attendance. We must have a minimum of a 95% attendance rate. That means not just the participation for the testing period. That means all year round. We're also looking at making sure that we balance the class size and limit the overcrowding. Right now, like I said, currently there are several schools that there is not a seat in sight, and generally the only seat that ever opens up is the seat at the beginning of the year for the kindergarten students. Okay, remember, kindergarten is promoted to first, first is promoted to second. So once they come in kindergarten, generally there's no more room once those students continue to progress and be promoted. In terms of the school selection, how schools are going to be selected. Again, students shall attend schools closest to their physical address or place of domicile. Not your mailbox, not your auntie, not their grandmother. Number two, the residence of a minor or student shall be the primary residence of his or her parent. Because that's the issue. The parent is a legal representative of that particular child. We've gotten situations where, I'm the parent, because you want to go to another school in another area, another address is given, we give another adult, it is causing a lot of problems.
And a special note, the administration, faculty, and staff at Charlotte Amalie High School invites you to come out and celebrate the school's re-accreditation. Charlotte Amalie High School just received word that they will be accredited for the next 7 years through May 2019. A small celebration will be held on Friday, May 4th on the campus beginning at 9 a.m. Now, we shared a bad accident yesterday near Estate Ruby due to potholes. Well, the story now has a happy ending. Here's News Channel 8's Wes Small with more.
Well, here we are again, and as you could see that? These vehicles know already, premeditatively, to take that right-hand lane. But for that lady yesterday, as we watched file footage, it went horribly wrong. Well, folks, as we come down here now, I could tell you that we're near Estate Ruby. You might remember yesterday that explosive accident caused by potholes. Well, what does it take to fill a pothole? How many licks does it take to get into the middle of a Tootsie Roll? Well, here we go. Once it's on Channel 8 News, it gets filled. But why should it have to take Channel 8 News and that lady in the ambulance to get this done? Just because this is not a triathlete route.
By Harvey Project is terrible.
You saw the report last night?
We drive, I didn't.
Oh,
we drive at the side of the road every day in Harvey. It's terrible.
I've heard about that. Well, you be careful.
Go there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And y'all are welcome. Y'all are welcome because that's Channel 8's responsibility is to try to help the community out. Now, I guess this, I don't know if what this is. Here we go. Yeah, loose gravel. That's what they filled this up with since our report yesterday. But all I could tell you is as you negotiate these turns, even though the triathletes are here, you have to be very careful. Did you see my story last night?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, you live here, right?
Well, they fixed our road on our commute to work, so we're happy. Once a year, right?
What a pothole, huh? Why didn't they do the whole road?
Did you see the story last night?
Yes, sir, I did. And thank God the lady's okay.
It's a shame that it took the story for this to happen.
Exactly, I agree.
Careful.
Yes,
And wait for this car to pass. They're driving pretty fast, as you can see.
Yes.
Please be careful and thank
Okay.
you. We're doing the best we can.
I appreciate you, Wes. You guys take care.
In Estate Ruby, it's a follow-up on another segment of Potholes in Paradise. Please be careful, and as you negotiate these roads, please just slow it down. In Estate Ruby, I'm Wes Small. Easy does it on News Channel 8.
We'd like to say a hearty you're welcome to all those who thanked us while we were doing this story. That's what we're here for. Now, if you haven't heard yet, the St. Croix Triathlon is this Sunday, and a special Christiansted Jump Up is being held Friday to commemorate the event. Here's News Channel 8's Wes Small with organizer Colin Hodge.
Time to jump up. Talking about the triathlon jump up with one of the organizers here, Colin Hodge. Colin, tell us all about the triathlon jump up.
Yes, good afternoon and good evening to the viewing audience. And Wes, you said it. You know, we are going through the last 10 days is definitely an era one that has no backing, no history, post Venza, as we all know. So you're right, you've seen a lot of deals, and we want to support our local businesses. We want to support local as much as possible. So I just want to urge the viewing audience to come out to the triathlon edition of Jump Up this Friday from 6 to 10 p.m. I want to thank our sponsors who continue to support us even during these hard times, the VI, Department of Tourism. I want to thank Team Consulting and, of course, David Jackson, them guys out there. I want to thank a Taste of St. Croix, of course, the founders of a Taste of St. Croix, and myself. We continue to support downtown, because downtown is where a Taste of St. Croix, the beneficiaries of the first Taste of St. Croix was the Downtown Christiansted and the St. Croix Foundation. So I want to thank them, and of course, everybody else, such as the indirect sponsors, the VIPD. I want to thank them as well, and of course all our other sponsors. But more importantly, thank the St. Croix community for continually coming out and supporting Downtown Christiansted, the merchants, the vendors, and all that comes along with Jump Up. I want to welcome our visiting tourists. I want to welcome Tour de France winner, Lance Armstrong,
comes in today
to our beautiful shores, and all of the hundreds of other triathletes that continually come into Christiansted, come to the VI to support this economy. I want to welcome them and their families. I just want to say, come out this Friday. We're going to have bands in every corner of Christiansted. We're going to have local vendors trying, of course, to make money, and of course, the shops will be open early, so you can get your holiday shopping done. You can get your tomorrow, anniversary, birthday, whatever have you, shopping done as well, and of course, support the dozens of restaurants, bars, and lounges throughout Downtown Christiansted. The Triathlon Edition, the 17th edition of Triathlon Jump Up, this Friday, the 4th of May, 6 to 10 p.m.
First time on St. Croix?
Yes, first time.
All
first
right.
Time.
Is he good? He's good. He's going to beat Lance Armstrong?
We wish. Not like, but he has to.
Not too much kielbasa and sauerkraut.
No, and no pierogies.
No pierogies. Wow! But you can find pierogies right around the corner. Trust me. Yeah, man. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Big Polish community in New Jersey.
No, we live in New Jersey.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
What part?
Hillsborough, New Jersey.
All right, I'm from Newark.
Oh, Newark.
Hi, cuz.
Hi.
I'm Polish, too.
You're right.
All right. Stacy, you'd be surprised. I'm bringing you some kielbasa, honey. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Yes, Wes, I do like kielbasa and pierogies. Thanks for thinking of me. Coming up in your Caribbean Report, a political candidate's supporters in Puerto Rico are in an uproar over a photo posted on Twitter. We'll be right back. Now here's your Caribbean Report. From the Caribbean, if you have an innovative business idea, there is an opportunity for you to secure up to $100,000 in grant funding. Yes, Compete Caribbean is inviting applicants from the Caribbean and the Caribbean diaspora in the U.S., Canada, and the U.K. to apply for the Caribbean Idea Marketplace, who seeks to promote entrepreneurship within the region. The program was launched on March 1st and will continue until May 31st, which is the deadline for submission of applications. Keeping with the Caribbean, Rita Marley, widow of the great Robert Nesta Bob Marley, and the First Lady of Reggae will be among 8 icons to be honored at the 31st Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards that returns to Chicago on July 5th after 15 years. In addition, for the first time ever, the awards will be held in conjunction with Chicago's 4th of July weekend celebration, the 20th anniversary of the International Festival of Light. From Antigua, veteran jockey and trainer Jeff Jacobs has been elected to lead the newly formed Antigua and Barbuda Jockeys Horse Riders Association. Jacobs will lead a 9-member executive team as they look into the affairs associated with the day-to-day running of the sport in Antigua. From Cuba, tens of thousands of workers marched through the Revolution Square in Havana in Cuba's traditional May Day celebration, and they marched past shouting, "Long live Fidel and Raul," and "Down with imperialism," and a dancing choir sang songs from the revolution, and President Raul Castro smiled and waved at the crowd. Yet Cuba is in the midst of major changes. After controlling the comings and goings of its people for 5 decades, Communist Cuba appears on the verge of a momentous decision to lift many travel restrictions. One senior official says a radical and profound change is just weeks away. From Guyana, Guyanese medical students being held for a double murder in Cuba. Reports are that the Guyanese medical student Sherlon Austin allegedly knifed a Cuban man to death last Friday night before slitting a woman's throat and had tripped out during an argument over the price of a watch, according to sources. A source said Austin stabbed the man at least 11 times before turning his knife on the woman. From Jamaica, Jamaica's national flag will officially fly at Penn Relays every year beginning in 2013 in recognition of the Caribbean nation's
nation's 50th anniversary of independence and the contribution made to the Penn Relays over the last 40 years by its athletes. Director of Penn Relays David Johnson told spectators that Jamaica would be the only country so honored due to their outstanding contribution made to the games by its athletes. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller was also present to hear the announcement. From Puerto Rico, a racist image of a Puerto Rican candidate for U.S. Resident Commissioner Dr. Rafael Cox Alomar has been posted on Twitter, sparking outrage ahead of November's elections. The image portrays Alomar alongside the words, "Rest in peace, Yuyo." Yuyo was the name of a well-known chimpanzee who lived in one of Puerto Rico's zoos. Cox Alomar supporters are outraged because the photo was shared by none other than Zaida Hernandez, the former Speaker of Puerto Rico's House of Representatives. In response to the backlash, Hernandez has claimed innocence. According to Fox News Latino, she said, quote, "I don't know what that photo's about and I haven't seen it, and I'm not capable of such a despicable act." And in your cricket update, West Indies' Chanel Daly has broken into the top 5 women's all-rounders list in the Reliance ICC Women's ODI rankings, which were released at the conclusion of the 3-match ODI series between West Indies and the Sri Lanka women. The West Indies women won the series 2-1.
Please check Facebook for all full details on the stories in our Caribbean Report. We're sure to make sure we keep that updated for you. Now, all of us at News Channel 8 are huge supporters of Virgin Island talent, and this time we'd like to introduce you to Angel Torres. News Channel 8's Wes Small caught up with him earlier today.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. This is one of those win-win good situations where we have young men doing good and making a name for themselves. R&B singer Angel Torres Jr. Yeah, the name should be synonymous with success in our territory. He comes from a family of heroes. But I know your brother's heading towards the major leagues, too. Congratulations with that. Yeah, you'll make it. Yeah. All right, before we get into you performing at the jump up, with the triathlon jump up and so forth and things in our territory, we want to get some background on how you can get to the top like yourself doing. You know, this is on YouTube, millions of people watching, and Lance Armstrong coming into the community. It's going to be a worldwide event.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so give us some background. Like, where'd you go to school?
Well, I graduated from Central High for high school. Yeah.
Another proud Central High grad.
Another one.
Did you have dreams about being this successful when you were at Central?
Well, in Central, I was more focused on baseball at first. Yeah. And then I just kind of pick up the music.
You couldn't hit the slider and the curveball?
Yeah, of course, I can still hit it.
You said, but okay, but yeah. What type of music do you sing?
I try to do any kind of music, like R&B, rap, pop, all of that.
You don't have tunnel vision. You could do everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into some reggae. It don't matter.
You got these CDs out?
Yeah, I got a mixtape out right now, selling at Lace Legacy and at Rhythms, so you could pick that up.
You got to get that plug in.
Yeah, you got to.
Lace Legacy and Rhythms. Yeah. All right, have you been performing in the States?
Not really in the States, but I did some performances here over the Christmas at the Central High Queen show. I performed at Lace Legacy, and we had a CD release party for my mixtape, the YAF team. So that's right there.
So big things are happening.
Yeah, we had a show for that. So.
All right, well, tell us about your visit here then, and what it means to be at the triathlon jump up, and a historic one, 17th with world-renowned Lance Armstrong.
It's gonna be big. I'm just down here for the week for vacation from school, and just trying to get some work in. Hopefully, I get to go and see that triathlon. Yeah.
How long are you gonna be in the territory?
Until Sunday, just for the week.
So you're gonna be performing at Lace Legacy, and then Rhythm,
Friday night,
and we could get your CDs
at 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Now y'all know what I do. I love to trip these guys up and make them do a little a cappella, all right? Because, you can't fake the funk on News Channel 8, okay? Cruisins are hard to fool, Miss Son. So with that, I'll go back to you, Stacy. You know how we do it. I'll say I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8, and now I leave you with the golden voice, and it better be gold. Gold is precious and costly these days, of Angel Torres Jr.
Relax your mind and let me get inside you. I'ma break it down, show you what a man about. I'ma place you on your side. Work that work. And let me get it from behind. Oh, just let me do exactly what I came to do. And I'll please you just the way you want me to.
Please support Angel Torres. He'll be at the Christensen Jump Up, and his CD is also available on Island. Your Crime Stoppers report is up next.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
It's Wednesday, and that means it's Crime Stoppers.
This is Judy Buckley with your weekly Crime Stoppers report. Crime Stoppers is asking for your help to solve the following crimes. If you know something, say something, as law enforcement cannot control crime without your help. Even the smallest bit of information may be just what they need to solve these cases. On St. Croix, VIPD would like to remind you that copper theft and the theft of other metals has become a real problem. It's not just happening here in the Virgin Islands, it's happening across the United States. If you see anyone acting suspiciously, or you see anything going on around construction sites or vacant homes, and you feel the need to remain anonymous, call Crime Stoppers and tell us what you know. And on St. John, police are still looking for a woman who's been missing since October of 2011. It's Sierra Samantha James, and her photo can be seen on our website, which is crimestoppersusvi.org, right there on your screen. Now, she was last seen at the foot of Power Boyd Plantation Hill. Again, if you have any information about her whereabouts, please call Crime Stoppers so that we can bring closure to this case. And on St. Thomas, in the early afternoon of Saturday, April 14th, Majestic Jewelers, which is located in the Al Cohen's Mall, it was robbed by two armed masked gunmen. Now, when they went in, they ordered that all the employees get down on the floor and don't move. And after that, they then removed jewelry from the showcases, and then they immediately fled and left the area in either a silver or a gray Dodge Caravan. The minivan was later found parked in the Paul M. Pearson Gardens housing community. Again, if you have any information about this robbery, call Crime Stoppers and tell us what you know. You can submit information on these or any other crimes by calling 1-800-222-TIPS right there on your screen, or log on to our website. If your information leads to an arrest or the recovery of any stolen property or illegal drugs or weapons, you will receive a cash reward to be paid according to your instructions. Remember, your calls are always anonymous, and our stateside operators, they do speak several languages. The minimum reward that we will pay for the arrest of a thief is $536. For the arrest of an armed robber, it is $900. And in all cases, we will pay 10% of the retail value of any property recovered, up to $2,500. This has been Judy Buckley with your weekly Crime Stoppers report.